Are you recording me?
No, I'm not recording you, man.
You wearing those?
Just flexing my new Meta glasses. You know, had to go pick up a pair. Got to get some content done. You know?
Content. What do you think about those? How long have you had them?
I just got them. I just want to pick them up. I just want to pick them up.
So you haven't used them yet? You haven't went out there to do anything?
I haven't got to use them yet. I actually meant to pick them up before the fights, so I could go and get some things there, because I don't pay attention. Like, I'm not really like a right on the, oh man, pull out my phone and capture type. Yeah. So that's not really my thing. So like, you know what I mean, I kind of wanted something more so I could probably catch some more memories, just a quick let it run for a little bit.
Now, what do you think about them with privacy? Because I've seen a lot of videos, bro. Like, people have no idea they're recording, and basically, you could tell someone, like, if you walk into a private business, right, with your cell phone recording, in public, you could record in public anywhere, folks. Like, I watch all these videos where people are tripping out for people recording in public. You're allowed to record in public, right?
As long as it's a view of the public.
Yeah. But in private, if I have my phone or a camera or whatever and I walk into a private building recording, they could tell me to turn it off. And if I don't, they could, the police can come, trespass you, whatever. How are they going to do that with Meta glasses, though? Because they can't tell you to turn your glasses off. How do they know they're on?
Don't allow
all you have to do is say, I'm not recording. But if they're prescription glasses, they can't tell you to take your glasses off.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, just don't allow them. Tell them we need to bring different glasses in. Because 100%, you can't. There's no way to actually tell, and it's quick. Like, it's just fast, that quick. It's recording. You know what I mean?
But they're expensive glasses,
like almost like scratching my head. You know what I'm saying? I could just be scratching my head. And,
yeah.
You know
now I mean? There was a light that blinked that I saw, but I was looking at it. Right? Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to really be paying attention to it too, because it could just be a reflection.
I don't know shit. No, that's highly fucking noticeable.
But what if those are the only glasses you have and you need to wear your glasses?
I don't know. That's a tough.
Because I'm not rich like you, where you could have.
That's the thing about
30 pairs of glasses.
Technology, though. That's the thing about technology. No, I actually got another pair. This ain't the only pair of these I got. So I'm going to take these off. I'm going to flip the other pair on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll have to check.
But someone like me, I can only afford one pair. So if those are my only glasses, how are they going to tell me to take them off?
You don't have. I feel like everybody has an old pair of glasses.
See,
everybody has an old pair of glasses.
But I've never wore glasses before. And I just started
needing them. Still got an old pair of glasses.
I have my readers.
I got some old prescription glasses somewhere at the house.
I have my readers because far I could see, I could read everything on the TVs right now, like perfectly fine.
But up close.
But up close, when I'm on my phone and everything, I need my readers.
Oh.
Just getting old.
Happens. It's a blessing.
Yeah. Speaking of a blessing, I was watching UFC 324 here in the studio while you were blessed to be front row. But let's talk about that, man. Paramount first fight. A lot of people complaining about commercials, and I'm watching on TV. You're there. What was your take? Because we're seeing a lot of commercials. How'd that affect the live feel of 324? It
was at first it was kind of like you there, you like chopping it up with other people talking about the fights. Something happened, you kind of conversing with other people. They had me, Aljo. A few of us, Matt Hughes was right there next to us, Michael Chandler, everybody was like all like, we're in the fighter section, so we're kind of talking, but then it's like, yo, why hasn't the next fight started? It felt really, really drug out. It felt like it was dragged out, exhausting. You started to get tired. Like I started to feel sleepy. You have some drinks.
And that's weird because they started the card an hour earlier.
Right.
6 West Coast time instead of 7.
Right. So it started at 6 out. Yeah, 6 out
West
here.
Coast, yeah.
So 9 o'clock out there, which usually the main card starts at 10 o'clock there.
Yeah.
And it still ran just as long.
Yeah.
It still ran just as long. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of that. The long drawn out time in between the fights.
And I'm looking at it like it's Paramount's first fight. So, you know, obviously Dana said they have to make their money, which is true. You're paying $8.99 or I'm paying $12.99 instead of $80 a month. So I'll take that any day, to be honest.
$5 a month plus the $80 for the fights.
Yeah. It was more than that. ESPN Plus, I just canceled ESPN 90. Plus. It was $12.99.
You know what I'm saying?
I was paying $12.99 at the end. And ESPN's pay-per-views were going up every year.
Yeah.
Because I think when they first got pay-per-view, it was $55 a month. And when it ended, it was $80.
Yeah, I mean, and people are going to save some money. It's going to save you money for you getting the events, but it's going to come with a cost. It's going to come at the cost of something, whether it be longer commercials, longer advertisements sitting there. So, yeah, it was going to be a yin and yang. But, yeah, for me.
You know, I think the people that were complaining the most are the hackers that never paid
that
anyways.
Never paid, that's still the
so now they're
anyway.
hacking, still in the fight still, because they don't want to pay $12.99 or $8.99.
Yeah.
And now they're getting commercials in their hack stream. I think those are the people complaining the most.
I just thought about something. I just thought about how this actually plays bad. This is actually a way for them to actually shit on streamers and hackers, right? Because think about it, streams are always like they lag, they like choppy and things like that. You got to exit them, go to another link and things like that, right? Now imagine doing all that and you have to wait 10, 15 minutes in between the fights as well. That might make it tough to watch.
So here's what we missed watching it on TV, right? And I didn't notice till halfway through the main card. I'm like, wait, they're not doing any walkouts. And sometimes you get that in the prelims. You're not seeing the walkouts in the prelims most of the time. You might see one of the fighters, but not both. And I didn't notice till halfway through the main card that I'm like, wait, we're not seeing any walkouts. We're not seeing the coaches talk to their fighters in the corner. And I think they did it for the main card. I think we did see Justin and Patty walk out, and we saw their coaches talking most of the time. I think they might have did like 30-second commercials and then came back. So for the main fight, it was fine. But for the rest of the main card, you're getting hella commercials, bro.
Really?
And you're not, and that's part of like, I love watching what the coaches are saying.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, why are you saying that? Because they're saying some stuff like, oh, you're up 2 rounds. And it's like, no, they're not. And in the walkouts, like I love hearing like, what are you walking out to, right?
Yeah.
What kind of song are you walking out to?
It's relatable. Wonder if this same man be like, hey, yeah, that song gets me in that mode too. Yeah. That kind of song gets me ready to do shit too.
And the walkouts, and I have a question for you. Do you think Justin's song was purposely a very dead song to kill the crowd after Patty walked out? Because Patty had it hyped, and then Justin's song just came out
was kind of like
hella dead.
I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting in the crowd, I was wondering, I was like, how the fuck does he pick this song? Like sometimes people come out with those songs, I never thought about that. That could be a thing. That could be a thing. Just kind of kill your momentum. You already hyped up. Because there's some people that I fought that kind of, yeah, man. There's some, they came out, they played their song. Like when I fought Glover came out to Welcome to the Jungle. Like, bro, that's like old school. Anybody can vibe to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I guess that could be a strategy.
A lot of strippers come out to that song.
Then I fight Yuri, and he comes out to the you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of weird.
What's your main walkout song?
I don't have one. I'm working on locking. It's been different every time. Kind of working on locking in some. I got some songs that I'm very, very favorable to.
You ever think of making your own song?
I have. I don't want to get Tyron Woodley. I don't want to get the Tyron Woodley vibes.
Did he actually walked out to a song?
I think he did.
Yeah.
The only thing I can actually rap though.
We talking about Tyron can't rap?
Not from what I heard.
No, he can't. All right, let's talk about the card now. Let's break this down. UFC 324. It was a long time, man. It was 6 weeks that we didn't have any fights. So, just coming back to it. And we don't have to go. I don't want to go through all the prelims. Let's pretty much stick to the main card. And we can't talk about some of the prelims because you had Umar and
we had a couple of them.
Figueiredo.
We can kind of just touch on them. There's only like 4 of them. We kind of do a quick touch on them if you want to.
Yeah, early prelims.
Charles and
Alex. We don't have to talk about the early prelim. Oh, we can talk about
early. That moved. Remember, it got moved.
Charles was up.
We had him move.
But real quick, I want to talk about it early. Josh Hokic. Did you see what he said? His post-fight interview?
No, I didn't.
He called Brittany Griner a man.
fuck does Brittany Griner have to do with it?
That's what Joe was saying. Joe's like, why is Brittany Griner catching strays? Hey. It was just random. But his post-fight interview was actually really funny. So that's one of those fun fighters, right? Like he's gonna say some stuff, and I think he just said that to say it, and it was pretty funny. Do you think she's a man? I don't think she's a man.
Who?
Brittany Griner.
The one that plays for the WNBA?
Yeah.
How many points she score a game?
I don't know. Not enough to be a man.
She ain't dropping at least 50, 60 a game. Then she's probably not a man. It's a woman.
Yeah. All right. Charles Johnson, Alex Perez. Alex Perez missed weight by 2.5 pounds. Looked really bad at the weigh-ins also. Charles, he had made weight. He made weight the night before, to be honest. He was cool. He was healthy. Looked good. But came out and got clipped early. What's your take on this?
Yeah, I look at it as just a case of that. One of those nights at the office. Alex came out. He was aggressive. He was intent on letting his hands go and throwing. And Charles was just on the bad receiving end of a left hook. One thing that I did notice that I didn't like that I like to see, you know what I mean, switch up a little bit is the going on one leg, the kind of going there, you're getting pressed and you're getting your emotion, your rhythm, and then you kind of do this thing where a lot of people do it. They like getting a rhythm and like they're like trying to look or trying to sell like a feint or something, and they go on one leg. Going on one leg, even for that split second, defensively kind of handicaps you. You know what I mean? Like,
can't move back quick enough.
You can't move. Yeah. You can't move anywhere. You can't move anywhere. You know, and then typically if you're on one leg, even if you do see it coming, your first reflex to flinch out of the way, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So your movement, your ability to get away, it takes away from that. I would like to see him kind of get away from that, the leg up in the air. But Charles is game. He's going to go back to the drawing board. He's going to make it the right adjustment. He's going to come back hungry. I know he's pissed. You know what I mean, right now, and I hope he uses it to feel himself. You know, that's my guy. You know, I got a lot of love for Alex as well. So I mean, I'm happy for him. Congratulations. You know, he came out.
And the thing with Alex, he was hungry, right?
Yeah.
He was on a 2-fight losing streak, and it was the last fight on his contract.
To come out and get a first round finish is what he needed.
Yep.
He needed that, and he's got it. So,
because let's face it, even being number 11, if you get 3 losses in a row.
But they're gonna that missing weight. They definitely hold that against you.
Yeah,
they definitely hold that against you. So now, even with this, like if he let's say he makes weight and he comes out and he does this, he's potentially back up there in title contention talks. Now it's a good win, but they're gonna require. They want more from him now.
Yeah,
they're gonna want something else from you now.
And we've talked about it before. How you feel about people missing weight?
Yeah,
it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We had your division, Nikita Krylov and Bukauskas.
Last 3 seconds of the fight.
Man.
Last 3 seconds of the fight. Everybody wanted to be Max. Like everybody loves Max. They see the love that Max gets, you know what I mean? And Max has that authentic thing where he let's go, points to the ground and stands up. People keep trying to emulate that and getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, I highly recommend a lot of y'all stop fucking doing this. Stop doing this. Bukauskas was winning this fight. I had Bukauskas up winning this fight 2-0. I felt like he won the first two rounds fairly easily. He was shutting Nikita down. Nikita's third round, he's like, all right, I got to throw. And the last few seconds of the fight, they decide we're gonna be right here. Oh, they heard that clack. You could see it in both of their faces. As soon as they heard that clack, we're about to throw.
Yeah.
Let's throw down. And Nikita lands home first and gets the finish. And, all that work that Bukauskas did leading up to that fight, winning the first round, winning the second round, counts for nothing at that point. I mean, got caught.
And I feel like if it's an even fight, and someone calls you out in the middle, do it, right? If it's an even fight.
Right.
If you're up and someone calls you out, they're calling you out because their only chance to win is to knock you out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It's actually on the background right now. But That's a crazy way to lose a fight.
Yeah.
And that was a fun fight. It was
a fun fight.
That was a fun fight to watch.
It was fun. They came in, they got after it. Wasn't too much. Wasn't too much good, but it kind of went how I thought it would be. I thought Bukowski's footwork would be a huge difference in that fight, and his ability to move. Nikita can punch, bro. He can punch, and then, like I said, he's not the most prolific with it.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not coming out and just boxing nobody's head off. But shit, if he cracks you, he can put you away. Huh? Gotta respect it.
Yep. All right, middleweights.
I ain't really got too much to say about this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it went longer than I thought it would. The guy put on the Russian guy actually showed up and actually came to fight.
Yeah.
He hit him with some shots. He let him know, like, hey, you're in the UFC. You got to fight for everything, which was good. But it was still a pretty handily win.
Yeah. And then the last fight in the prelims, we had Umar Nurmagomedov and Deiveson Figueiredo. I feel like it went as expected as far as who I picked to win, but I expected a much better fight, more action.
Yeah,
it just wasn't as entertaining as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I expected more dominance from Umar. I expected Umar to come out and be more assertive, especially with how Deiveson looked on the scale, and how drained he looked. He even looked tired in this fight early whenever it came time to expend energy and use explosive and have to use that energy. It looked like Deiveson Figueiredo was kind of like running on the red light.
Yeah.
From the beginning. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen Umar push a little bit more, use his hands whenever he did let his hands go with some combinations. He landed some nice shots, but it looked like he was really trying not to get clipped. He really didn't want to get hit, really didn't want to get clipped. And I think it kind of took away from his performance a little bit. He still won. Very, very decisive win. But from an entertainment standpoint, I would have liked to see him pushing more.
Yep. All right, next one. First in the main card, we had Arnold Allen versus Jean Silva. And I actually have a video of this one that we're going to play. Oh, hold on. Let me start that again. I hate how Instagram just automatically starts. All right, watch this video. He jumps on his back.
Oh, shit. Grinding. That's crazy, bro. Whenever he did that, I'm like, bro, what?
How would you feel if someone jumped on your back like that?
He's crazy dude, bro. Crazy, fun to watch, exciting, enjoying himself. He had the crazy viral video of him breaking down whenever you see the belt, so you can see the passion and whatnot. I've poked my fun at it too. It's funny as hell, but at the same time, I understand it. I understand where he's at and what he wants it. He really, really wants it. He fights like he wants it. This dude is like a Terminator. He's walking forward and he doesn't look like every time he looks like, it's like, girl, he's kind of small compared to this dude might have, but he walks right at him like the Terminator. Boom. You're not ready for me.
And he's a fighting nerd, right?
Yeah.
Fighting nerds don't lose a lot of fights.
Dude, the way he hits.
You just need some white tape in the middle, bro.
Tape in the middle?
Yeah, little white tape
in the middle.
But yeah, fighting nerds, they're all fun to watch too. They all have that same energy. They all have that dog in them. And that's what you want to see in a fighter, win or lose, right? You want to see them go all out and have that mentality of, I'm going to do everything to win and I'm going to entertain. He's entertaining every single time.
Shit, bro. Bro, and then the crowd, bro, they bring, there was this kid behind it, he freaking out, barking, oh. Like, bro, even whenever Jean wasn't doing it, bro, this kid's was going nuts. You love to see that, bro. Somebody that can invoke that type of passion and energy in the fans. You love to see that. And then, like, as far as the fight goes, I think the difference in the fight was just Gene Silva's like, this dude can hit, bro. Whenever he landed, it was just different. Arnold reacted differently whenever he hit. I feel like Arnold used a lot of unnecessary movement. Early on, he was busy, he was working, and it was kind of throwing Gene off to get the time out, and he was snapping the jab, and it was working for him. I think the first round, Arnold came out, and that was really, really like working for him. But then as it started to go along, it just started to help Gene figure out his timing.
Yeah.
Right? And then the movements and whenever he was coming, like some of it, like how he's moving and shit like that, the way he's throwing, he's taking away from his power. He's taking away from his power. He's taking away from some of his pop. And like I said, Silva was timing him to where he was walking into his power. So he was moving, he was waiting for him to do, he was moving too much to where he was moving himself into bad spots, and that movement caused him to where Gene had the opening to strike and hit him without him having much to be able to give back in return. And I think that was ultimately what tilted the fight the other way.
Yeah. All right. Next fight, the only women's fight on this card. And I know you're going to be talking about 325 on War Council, and there's no female fights on that card. So some people are having a fit. But Rose versus Natalia Silva. This was a crazy fight. They weren't doing a whole lot, but everyone in this room thought Rose won the fight, and everybody was shocked when Rose didn't win the fight. Even how was it in live being there?
Everybody was shocked. Everybody that was around us. Like, I went to the bathroom after when they was reading the decision. I was like kind of heading back. Like at the end of the fight, and I was kind of heading back. And whenever he wrote, like it's like all the air got sucked out of the arena. It was like nobody could believe. Nobody that we were sitting around gave the fight to Natalia. She looked good early on. Rose she was, but it just wasn't much. It just wasn't much.
What do you think about them not attacking? Because it felt like at least the first round and a half.
Yeah.
They're just bouncing around doing this the whole time. But
whenever they did go, I felt Rose was landing.
Definitely was the most aggressive in landing.
And she landed more. I felt she landed more shots, and I felt she landed at a more consistent rate. And although Natalia was like, she walked forward, she wasn't controlling.
Yeah.
She wasn't controlling where the exchanges took place. Rose was controlling where the exchanges took place. Rose was controlling had more control of the pace, and she definitely landed the cleaner shots. So yeah, man, I don't know. That was a tough one. But yeah, then again, like I said, uneventful, not a whole lot. I would love to see Rose be more aggressive and her output increase. I think if Rose increases her output, I think there are very few women on the planet that can hang with her.
And it's showing Natalia had 63 to 46 on total strikes, and they each had one takedown.
I didn't see it that way.
And then 51 significant strikes to 26 for Natalia. Natalia had 51. Rose had 26 significant strikes.
Really?
Yeah, that
doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the fight. Definitely not that. That's one-sided. That's pretty one-sided. That's almost double. That's doubling up on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't look like that at all.
Didn't look like that at all.
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. I had Rose winning the fight. I felt that Rose won the first 2 rounds. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember exactly to be 100%, but I'm pretty sure it was either the first 2 or the second and the third. But I know for a fact she won the second round.
Yeah.
The takedown when Natalia was able to take her down, like, she didn't do anything with it.
It wasn't.
She didn't do anything. It wasn't eventful. And it wasn't like they were down there for a lot, but they weren't down there that, like, for the majority of the round.
Yeah. So she didn't win the round off that takedown.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, bro. I didn't like the decision. I thought that Rose won, and that's what I'm going with.
Yep. All right. Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta, heavyweight bout, second round. So Derek Lewis went down in, I think it was the first round. He went down and Acosta didn't do anything, right? So he's just standing there, and Herzog finally stood him up. It happens again in the second round where he got clipped a little bit, goes to the ground. I really think Derek went to the ground, how it looked like to me, to do the same thing. Maybe, catch your breath, make the ref stand me back up, get back into position. But Acosta looked at him and wasn't doing the same thing. He jumped on him this time and hit him a lot.
That could have been
Jamal. There was a lot of hits.
Bro, everybody in the crowd, myself, I jumped up like, yo, Jason, what the fuck? And because Jason's normally very good at, he ate entirely too many shots at the end of that fight. He was done. He was done when he was done. He went down on him, hammer fist, dropped forearms, about 3 elbows.
And then he turned his face to the ground.
He turned his face to the ground.
Which is basically a fighter saying, I'm done, right?
Right. And then he ate about 7, 8 more shots.
Yeah, it was like 6 or 7 that we counted.
You know what I mean? Including shots to the back of the head. He didn't stop. Then he wasn't responding to the shots. He didn't try to cover over them or anything. And he didn't stop the fight until he collapsed forward.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible, bro. That's terrible. You can't sit and be like, oh, my job is to protect the fighters and things like that, and then have a situation like that. You get what I'm saying?
And this is a problem with a lot of fighters and fans, right? Because we see fights like this where you let them keep hitting somebody
unconscious,
and then we see other fights where it's like, bro, got hit twice and he's still moving around,
he's
still moving his arms up,
the fight.
And you stop the fight.
Yeah.
So the inconsistency with fight stoppages and not non-stoppages is something that needs to be fixed. There needs to be just like a set thing. Like, this is when you stop a fight. This is when you let a fight keep going.
If I'm given that type of chance, the Yuri fight doesn't end in the stoppage.
That fight just came up again. Last night I had YouTube playing, and your fight against Yuri came up. And I'm watching, bro. First of all, you were moving around and putting your arms up. I still don't think it should have been.
No, he shouldn't have stopped the fight. Am I saying
maybe if you took 3 more hits and your arms went down, yeah, but
no point was my arms down. No point was my arms down. No point was I ever not responding to the attack that was out. Nothing. But they
so
still
that's the hard part. Seeing that and
seeing
them jump in so early when the fight was 1-1 going into that 3rd round for you guys to stop a fight that quick with something like that. And then if they stopped every fight like that.
2 former champions.
Yeah,
because that's what he told me in the back. 2 former champions. I'm gonna let y'all have at it.
And which is fine, right? If they stop every fight like that, it's fine.
Right.
But my problem as a fan, and probably your problem as a fighter, is it's very inconsistent.
It's inconsistent as shit, bro.
And it's different with every referee.
Yeah, there's a few fights that I can think of that probably would have went longer or had maybe possibly been able to, if he was given that type of chance.
Yeah.
Where the chance should not be given, it's given. Like, he wasn't, like, I don't know how to say, he wasn't responding.
Yeah.
You seen him, like, elbows, for the most part, elbows, if you get on top of somebody, you start throwing elbows and they don't push you or reach up and grab your arm or block them at all or anything, it's a pretty good chance, like, all right, that's a good beginning for me to just start punching and then get the fight over with. He landed 3 elbows and then landed clean shots after that, 5 or 6.
And some of those were to the back of the head.
Yes, and the shots, well, he turned. So there's that. But so that's not really, the thing is, though, you didn't stop from him eating the clean shots. You stopped because after he's eating so many of them, now his body's starting to completely give out. Yeah, bro, that was bad. Yeah. And like I said, I think Jason's a good ref. He normally is on it. That was bad, bro.
Has he reffed any of your fights?
Yes.
Against
Jimmy Crute.
Oh yeah.
Who else? I think he refed Jimmy Crute, Johnny Walker. I believe Jimmy Crute and Johnny Walker. I believe he did.
I'm glad you and Johnny are cool.
Yeah,
because that could have went bad the other night. Johnny had no idea you were coming in the studio, and he was here.
Me and Johnny are cool, bro.
All right, let's go. Move on. Bantamweight. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Song looked really good coming into this. Just him being in shape. I actually picked Song to win this fight, which I like Sean a lot, but it's just, I saw both of them this week at the PI, and Song just looked cut up. This dude is thick, right? Pause. You can't call a dude thick, can you? I don't know.
Got thick ass legs. Like a tree trunks.
That might be.
Let's say he got tree trunks.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like his legs are like trunks.
But even just how he's cut up, bro. He's cut up and bulky especially for a bantamweight. Yeah. This fight was, I really thought we were going to see a lot more action in this fight, too. I thought we were going to see a slugfest, and we really didn't. We didn't get a lot. I mean, it was still fun to watch, but it wasn't the exciting fight that I thought was going to happen.
I didn't expect a slugfest. I expected it kind of to go how it would, like Sean kind of dancing around, staying light on his feet. Like I said in the breakdown, Song has a very, very bad problem with lunging. That's how he closed distance. He closes distance with lunging. The same problem in the Derek Lewis fight. I know we kind of got stuck on the whole how egregious that was, but Derek's problem in that fight was he could not get to this dude.
Yeah,
he was trying to lunge, like no matter how much he just had to just put his head down, and he could not get to him. Yeah. And Costa just stepped back, bang, jab. Sticking with his stick, work behind a beautiful jab, and just kept touching him. That last punch where he caught him wasn't hard at all. I think he just hit him right on the button.
Yeah.
I think he just hit him on the button. I think it was what hurt him. I don't think Derek went to the ground intentionally. I think he just got caught. It's like, oh shit. And it just ended up, and he was just there and was just trying to catch trying to get himself together for a minute when he got jumped on. Now, and Sung does the same thing. Sung lunges whenever he fights. For some people, it's gonna work because they don't have that same footwork and that same movement. Sean has very good lateral and very fast lateral movement and good twitch speed. So if you're going to lunge at him, he has the reflexes to where even if you surprise him, he can still get out of the way.
Yeah.
And we saw that a lot. He just kind of stayed back there, popped him with the jab, hit him with a nasty teep kick. Live, he hit him like Sean's. I feel Sean's best weapon is his teep kick. He hit him with it, hit him with it a couple times, hurt him in one round early on, and kind of got away with it. I feel if Sean had worked more behind that, he did it a little bit early and then got away from him. But if he had kept working behind that teep kick and use it with an emphasis to keep hitting him with that kick, I think he would have probably he might have been able to actually get him out of there. Because whenever he hit him with that kick, he did not like that.
And there were some people that weren't happy with this decision. Some people thought Song won.
I don't see how.
I had Sean winning, when it was over, but there were some people saying they thought Song won that fight. So you're okay with the decision?
Yeah, I'm okay with this decision.
All right, in the fight of the night, the interim lightweight title, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Amazing fight. I mean, because the fights, honestly,
let me say this.
Watching on TV were a little boring. And then when this fight hit, just even the excitement of Paddy walking out, right? It brought everything up. It's like, okay, cool. Here we go. This feels like UFC again, right?
Yeah.
It's back. Paramount. And I know Paramount was happy to get a fight like this to end it off, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Paddy Pimblett slander will not be tolerated. Ever the fuck again. I don't want to hear anybody dog or say anything bad about this kid ever again, bro.
And bro, I wasn't a believer up till his last 2 fights, probably.
Yeah. Nah, I just knew he was excited and he was funny as hell and I like watching him fight. But now,
I think when he beat Bobby, that's when I realized, okay, now you're starting to beat named guys, you know what I'm saying?
This dude, he is Justin Gaethje. He's the new age Justin Gaethje. He's your new Justin Gaethje. He came forward. He's known as a grappler, known for his grappling. I would have liked to see what it looked like with him trying to get Justin down and get on his back. But he stood toe to toe and bang, held his own, and he almost finished Justin multiple times. Multiple times did he have Justin hurt, touching him up, hitting him, and forcing him to dig deep and have to respond, which Justin did. He dug deep, he responded, and he showed. We know who Justin Gaethje is. We know what we get whenever we get a Justin Gaethje fight. But he definitely had a fucking fight on his hand, and it was amazing to watch. It was great. After every round, it felt like you owed them to be on your feet, applauding and cheering. It was incredible. Congratulations to both of y'all. Thank you and appreciate both of y'all for that, for that magic y'all put on out there, because that was incredible.
Now, you couldn't hear his corner being there, but they were telling him to take him down the last 3 rounds probably. And he didn't go for the takedown at all. So do you agree with Paddy just trying to stand up with him? It made for a more exciting fight for us to watch, right? But if Paddy's trying to win this fight, especially going into the 4th and 5th round, you got to go for takedown attempts against Justin.
I think
that was the only chance for him to win.
He tried to take down. He did shoot for a couple of takedowns. I think he felt like, damn, this just ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Sometimes when some dudes are able to neutralize takedowns, like I've shot under some dudes before, and it's like, I don't want to shoot under this dude. It's very uncomfortable being under him. The minute I get under him, I feel like I've lost. I'm not controlling the fight. I'm not controlling anything. I'm kind of like I just. I mean, so I don't want to do that. But could he have probably mixed it up a little bit more and actually made it more into a grappling thing rather than just a slugfest with one of the best sluggers in the game? Yes, he could have, and I think he probably should have.
That's his only chance to win in my mind.
No.
I don't think he was going to win standing up with him.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you.
Standing up with him.
Patty could win this fight based off of what I've seen. He could have won this fight the way he fought it. His biggest problem is his punching technique. His punching technique. If you look, whenever he throws his punch, whenever he's throwing overhand. He's throwing it like you would throw a baseball. Now, a couple of those punches, if you boom and you shoot it like you're supposed to, and you shoot that punch, and boom, bow, and you hit him like, that fight's probably over. The uppercuts that Patty was landing, nasty. The technique is wrong. It's more of like a whoom and like a scooping uppercut, and not that turn where you put that, you know what I mean? Where you put that force and you put that turn and that torque into your punches that put people away and that put people out. I think that was honestly the huge difference. Huge difference in the fight, because if you look, whenever Justin throw, he understands that turnover. Patty don't have that turnover, like with all your punches. Like a jab is supposed to be turned over. Bang. A two is supposed to be turned over. Bang. A hook is supposed to be turned over. Bang. You know what I mean? Straight. You need to come over. Overhand is supposed to be turned over. Bang. You can't just throw your hand. It can't just be like a baseball throw or a football throw, which is how Patty was throwing. Boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think is next for Justin? Ilya probably not going to be back for, he did
a lot of pushing for promoting of Arman this week.
Yeah. I feel like Dana doesn't like Arman. There's just something weird with that whole situation.
I think it's kind of like something about it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Kind of gives me like asshole vibes.
Yeah.
Like kind of like just like a prick.
And Ilya,
I don't know him.
Doesn't want to give him a shot.
He fucking can't stand him. He can't stand him.
Yeah.
Then like I'm gonna be fuck that. I'm not gonna Arman definitely seems like a fucking prick to me. He the shit he did with Dan Hooker in the face off, headbutting him in the nose. You're a prick. That was a prick move.
Yeah.
That's not sportsman. That's not like trying to grab like an advantage or like trying to be like a gains or a showman or anything. You fucking headbutt. Bro. A motherfucker did some shit like that to me. We might not have a fight. Our fight might get canceled, bro, because I will tear that fucking stage up, bro.
Yeah.
If we in face-offs and all that, don't fucking touch me, bro. Don't touch me, bro. That's crazy. That whole thing was crazy. The whole thing leading up into the fight, and then Islam the switching out the fight at the last minute last year. There was that. What was it? The whole situation with Bobby Green. Whenever he tried to roll up on Bobby Green, deep as shit with a bunch of dudes.
I forgot about
that whole shit. Like, dude just seems like a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, Bobby's just chilling at the hotel.
You know what I mean? Bobby was just chilling.
Yeah.
And he just kind of pulled up on him. So, yeah, bro. He just seems like one of those dudes that's just like an asshole.
Yeah. So do you think Justin waits for Ilya to come back and takes that fight? Possibly. Or do they do something? There was things thrown out there. I think some fans threw some things out there.
Like what?
To Dustin Poirier about a trilogy fight. And Dustin said he would come back for that.
They can't do that. Dustin lost his last, how many? He lost to Max on the way out, and then what was the other fight before that? Title fight against Islam. So he's on the two.
Was it that?
He's got 2 straight L's, I think.
And he retired. But as a retired fighter,
I mean, if they offer to, hell yeah, jump on it and do it. I'm gonna watch it
because he's thinking like I'm done, right? And so maybe he has that itch, and he's like, the only fight I would come back for is Gaethje because it's 1-1, right? So you might want to break that tie either way.
That's a personal thing. You still got to take into account the fact of where you stood at, where you stand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't see him coming back. I don't see them doing that. But I could see him waiting for Ilya, which we didn't talk about that matchup. Early thoughts on that one? Fucking horrible matchup for Justin.
Yeah,
horrible matchup for Justin. How he was eating uppercuts with Patty, and then like how he doesn't avoid punches very, very, very well. He just kind of makes people like, yeah. I don't see that fight going well for him. Ilya's too crisp, too clean, especially in tight in that small box, and his ability to throw punches and avoid being hit there and then land, make you miss, and then land again. It's bad fucking business for JG, bro.
And see, that's why I think Justin does take another fight.
Yeah, get your money. Get your money now.
Just to defend the interim belt.
Yeah, get your money now.
And not lose right away after you get that, right? Because he's had it before. Mm-hmm. And he lost to Habib. And so it's like maybe you want to defend that interim a little bit. So you fight another fight in 4 months.
Yeah.
Before Ilya comes back.
Well, I think 4 months go by. I believe Ilya will be back. So that'll be on the table then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing 6 months. I'm hearing he's going to come back the middle of the year.
So it's 4 months away.
Yeah.
That's 4 months away. So
yeah.
So that's probably what it's looking like it was going to happen. Don't really like that for him. But for Patty, I'd like to see Patty and Charles. Patty and Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira. I think Patty
Charles
and
has
Charles
a fight
Oliveira.
coming up, right?
Does he? I thought he did.
Charles is fighting.
Who's he fighting? We'll figure it out. But that's a fight. That fight, I think that fight makes sense.
Max.
Oh, Charles and Max.
Yeah. Out here in Vegas, March 7th.
So now, so I guess he's just kind of on the system. Patty and Arman. That's the fight you do right there. Patty and Arman.
That'd be a good.
I mean, because Patty definitely deserves to still be in contention.
Yeah.
I believe he still deserves to be in contention. Arman hasn't earned a title shot yet, so you can give Arman this to give him a way to earn his title shot, and then you keep Patty where he belongs.
Yeah. And then what do you think is next? I was going to ask you about someone else. You already talked about Silva, Natalia Silva. You think she'll get a title fight?
I believe so. I believe she's next.
Oh, what's next for Sean O'Malley?
After this win, they're going to redo Merab and Jan. Plus, like, he got beat pretty handily both times in that title fight, so I don't see like that being something that's like right up next.
So if Jan beats Merab, Sean will get a shot at Jan.
Umar and Sean. Umar versus Sean.
Let me look at those rankings. Sandhagen and Sean?
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. Sandhagen and Sean, which is one that we've been thinking about for a while. Been interested in for a while.
I would rather watch that one over Umar. But yeah, really, there's no other fight. It's either that.
Yeah, I say Umar and Sean, or Corey Sandhagen and Sean. Honestly, if you want to go for entertainment, it'd be Umar and Sean. Yeah, you got to do Umar and Sean. The title eliminated fight, Umar versus Sean.
But if Merab gets the title back from Jan, can you do Sean and Merab again this year?
No.
I feel like Sean has to kind of beat everybody again.
Well, all right. Well,
to even get Merab, because the way he's lost to Merab,
the only other person in this mix that could change anything would be Zabib.
Yeah,
Zabib. Yeah, Zabib could. You could do that one. You could do Sean versus Zabib, or not Sean or Zabib versus Umar. You got to mix and match. Do one of those three.
All right, and UFC 325 is coming up this weekend. We get 2 numbered events back to back, which is awesome as a fan to be able to watch that and not have to pay $160, because we've had those before where you have 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. It's a lot of money. So I won't say I've hacked some before, but I definitely didn't pay for everyone.
Yeah, but we got we'll have a war council tomorrow. War council tomorrow. So
we're doing that live.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna do that live tomorrow evening. Talking about that, but I think that's everything for as far as
that's it for this.
As far as the fights go,
this weekend fighting.
We had some football action. We got our Super Bowl match set up. 10 years later, a rematch.
Yep.
11. My bad. 11 years later, rematch. Colts versus the Pats. 2 interesting games.
Who'd you say?
I said Colts.
Colts. Like they didn't make the
Seahawks.
playoffs.
The Seahawks and the Pats.
Do I have that sound? I think I have that
Seahawks
sound.
and the Pats. My bad. The Colts and the Pats would have been a great
Don't
Super
talk
Bowl.
about playoffs.
I want No, it wouldn't have been a Super Bowl. They're on the same. They're both AFC.
Same AFC.
Yeah, but Brady and basically what I'm saying, Brady and Manning in the Super Bowl would have been phenomenal. We never got Kobe and LeBron in the Super Bowl. I mean, in the finals. I mean, I feel like we never really like those top 2 apex pinnacle guys. We haven't gotten not since the Warriors in Cleveland. We haven't gotten that since the Warriors in Cleveland.
Yeah, KD and LeBron, but then it was a super team against LeBron.
Even Steph and LeBron. Steph was still MVP.
Yeah. It still didn't feel like it would have been if it was Kobe and LeBron, though, because it was like those were 2 compared to Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Steph's never been compared to top 10 in the league.
That finals would have, man. You think about the money they would have made on that finals.
Well, you saw what Nike was doing during that time, right? With the puppet commercials and stuff like that. They had the Kobe and LeBron puppet, and they were leading up to that, thinking they were going to be in the finals against each other.
And the Mavericks happened.
And then it didn't happen.
The Mavericks happened. Because remember that first year, first year in Miami.
That year Orlando happened. So it was Lakers in Orlando in 2009.
No. The Lakers were just coming off back-to-back championships.
That's when,
and then the Heat.
But the whole Nike puppet thing is when it was Lakers and LeBron was in Cleveland, and they thought Cleveland was going to go to the finals, and they ended up losing to Orlando, and Dwight Howard and the Magic ended up going to the finals instead. That's when they were really promoting that. And then Lakers just weren't good enough once Miami got there, and that's when Dallas happened.
But I think that's what I was saying is I think that's the finals that they were marketing for. They were looking for.
Because
I think they were looking the Lakers and the Heat.
They would have loved that. They would have loved
that year. That's what I'm saying. That year, but Dirk happened.
Yeah.
If Dirk doesn't have that run, I believe it would have been the Lakers and the Heat.
Yeah, Lakers were coming off back-to-back championships, and then Dallas ended up, I think they beat them 5 games. It might have been 4. It might have been 4-0. Yeah, they swept them.
They swept them.
And that was the end
Dirk
of Phil Jackson. That was the end of a lot.
Put up like 40, 42 a game in that series.
Yep.
And that whole playoff run.
Yep. And that I remember that whole series because it happened in game 1. Lakers really were winning that game. And I think they just got overconfident in game 1. And Dallas ends up coming back, winning that game, taking the life out of the Lakers, and then just swept the series from there and blew them out in game 4. Yeah. But then, they go to the finals, play LeBron, and we see what happens there, right? So we don't have superstars in this Super Bowl, right? No. We have Drake May, who was an up-and-coming superstar, but I think most average...
Stephon Diggs is a superstar.
Okay.
I say Stephon Diggs
here's what my thinking going into a Super Bowl, right, is everyone's at the Super Bowl party. Everyone knows who Patrick Mahomes is. Everyone knows Travis Kelce because of Taylor Swift.
That's criteria I'm going off of. Everybody knows who Stephon Diggs is.
Not everybody.
Everybody knows who Stephon Diggs is.
Your sister who doesn't watch football does not know Stephon Diggs.
She does. Because he dates Cardi B.
Okay.
So she definitely does. Yeah, they definitely do.
I forgot.
They definitely do. They know who Stephon Diggs. Everybody knows who Stephon Diggs is right now.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't thinking that. I forgot he dated Cardi B because I don't pay attention to those things. But
so he definitely he's a superstar for sure.
But as far as quarterbacks, usually it's quarterback against quarterback, right? They try to match that up. But we have a quarterback that almost wasn't in the league a few years ago, right?
Sam Darnold's only not a superstar because of where he was drafted.
He was drafted by the Jets.
You can't
and I tell everybody the Jets is a place where you go to die.
Can we talk about Sam Darnold for a second, bro? Can we talk about Sam Darnold?
Let's talk about Sam.
Drafted, was it number 1 overall? Was it number 1 overall to the Jets?
Number 3.
Number 3. Number 3 pick to the Jets. Went there. The way they talked about, I didn't watch the Jets play, but they absolutely dogged this kid. Like, he's like, about the promise of all the things he can do every week. And when you're watching the highlights, all you hear about is the things that he can't do. You see them not winning. You see them not producing. You like, oh man, they really blew it on this draft pick. He He leaves. He goes to Carolina. And it kind of seems like, damn, they kind of confirmed it. Yeah, they really, I mean, yeah. So why would they, like, this kid was a top draft pick? Unbelievable. Bounces around, back up in San Francisco.
Which, going to San Francisco, I think really revived his career because he got behind a system that is very quarterback friendly. Yeah. And, you know,
because they operate behind the running backs.
And so being able to learn from a system like that, I think really helped him out, gave him that confidence again. And then when he went to Minnesota last year, bro.
There's the same fucking system.
And
turn around and hand the ball to Aaron Jones.
How do you think Minnesota feels seeing their quarterback that they let go because they're trying to keep young dude from Michigan who hasn't been that good yet? And we didn't even know if he was going to be good because he missed his whole rookie season, right? So he needed, even if he was going to be good in the future, right? He needed this year to probably still sit under a quarterback.
Yeah.
So Minnesota should have kept Sam Darnold.
They should have definitely kept Sam Darnold.
And now he's in the Super Bowl.
So let's continue talking about Sam Darnold. He goes to Minnesota. 14-3. 14-3. One game away from one drive. Because we really only beat them. We actually handled them pretty well. We actually handled them pretty well in that game. Shout out the Lions.
And he kind of choked in that game. I mean, he had...
Well, we were in his face that entire game. We had a great game plan that game. But it's still one win away from the number one seed.
Yeah.
That team loses faith. Don't believe in them. They want to make room for their young guy. They ship him out. He goes to Seattle. They become the number one seed this year.
And he gets paid for the first time.
He gets paid. Becoming the number one seed. And they're headed to the Super Bowl. Like, bro. If that's incredible, bro. That's absolutely incredible. I'm gonna be real. Even I can draw some inspiration from that, from what I've been dealing with. You know, injuries, kind of like now it's like, oh, Hill was never really this and that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, they had this kid completely counted out. I mean, myself too. We had this kid completely counted out. I didn't think shit of Sam Darnold. I didn't think anything of Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
He absolutely has my utmost respect, bro. Wow, bro.
It's to the point where the quarterback for Oregon, who was coming out to be drafted this year, end up going back to Oregon because the Jets have the second pick.
You don't want to go.
And nobody wants to go there. Jets are a horrible franchise. There's just some franchises that are just horrible franchises to go to. The Browns are a horrible franchise for offensive players. If you want to play good defense and never make the playoffs or maybe go to the playoffs once in a while, go to the Browns. But they are a destination for offensive players to die. Yeah. And the Jets are just a destination for everyone to die.
It makes no sense because a year or two ago, they had the best defense in the league. A year or two ago, they had the best defense in the league. Yeah. And how do you not build from that?
Yeah.
How do you not build from that, bro?
It's just bad GMing, bad ownership, and all that.
Bad scouting. Fire everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking fire everybody. Like if your organization is this bad for this long, fire everybody. Don't just switch out the fucking head coach. Get rid of them fucking scouts. Get rid of the GM. Get rid of even the owner. Sell the fucking team, bro. Sell the team. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, in sports, Jamal, there's some teams that don't. There's some teams that don't care about winning. There's some franchises and the owners. Their main goal is not to win.
My PT is a Jets fan. I just straight up looked him in the face like, I want to have a whole council. Like, how? Yeah. How does one become a Jets fan? Somebody from your family would have had to have been traded there. You would have had to have like, if you have a relative that went and played for them or something. Okay, cool. But you're in New York. Even if you're from New York, you have the fucking Giants that are there. They haven't been great, but they've won.
I mean, low key, you could just be a Bills fan.
You could be a Bills fan. What kind of loser mentality choose to be a Jets fan? Gary, I'm sorry. I'm signed with Vayner.
Dang.
And I know Gary's a Jets fan. And I said, but I heard his reasoning why, so he has his own reasoning and use a brave soul for that, my G. But
you are right. Any Jets fan,
I don't get it.
Any Jets fan I've talked to, it's like my father was a Jets fan and we went to games, and it's usually because the
tickets were cheap. The tickets must have just been cheap as shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they were just giving, and that's how people became Jets fans. Because I don't understand it. The jerseys are ugly.
And let's stay on
the logo's stupid.
No, I like their colors though.
I don't green green and white is all right color. The way that they put them together with their jerseys sucks. Their logo sucks. It just says Jets. You know how
there's
cool of a
jet
fucking jet logo you could make.
There's a jet on the J.
Is it?
Yeah.
That shit ass, bro.
So you didn't
Y'all got it. No, fuck that. That's trash. All right, we need a complete overhaul.
Franchise.
We just need a complete overhaul.
But back to Sam Darnold. So he's in the Super Bowl.
Sam Darnold, but in the honor of Sam Darnold, Sam Darnold slander will never again be tolerated.
I mean, we saw what Justin Fields did going there too. He looked horrible this year, being on a horrible franchise.
Exactly, but he was winning games games in Pittsburgh last year with limited weapons. Yep. They had no real deal dominant wideout. He was still able to win there, but he goes to the Jets and he can't win a fucking game.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
It's pretty bad.
It's terrible.
All right, back to Sam Darnold. He's getting to the Super Bowl by beating probably the MVP in the league. Yep. It was a great game.
Great.
The second half was amazing. It was going back and forth. And they threw it in the end zone, missed it.
Just good football, bro.
Couldn't get it. Their defense was great. I really thought Rams were going to win it.
Yeah.
I really thought Rams were going to win it.
Especially after Puka, bro. Puka started, he stepped up that touchdown, that last touchdown catch he made where he falling into the end zone. It's like, okay, bro.
Well, then that was right after. And here's the crazy Adams was working. Here's the crazy thing about that play. He caught that ball on the dude that just got the penalty to give him a 15-yard penalty to give them the first down because they were on fourth down. And that could have been the game. If Seattle would have lost, it would have been because of that penalty. So you have to be smarter. I don't like taunting penalties in sports. Who cares if you taunt? I just think it's millionaires, grown men, and you're mad because someone's taunting you. Like that, to me, should not be a play.
No.
Shut them up some other way. But at the same time, it is a penalty if you taunt.
Now, if you go too far, okay.
Do you think he went too far? Because I watched the replay. He wasn't really stopping, but I don't think he was. I just don't think you call that in the playoffs, bro. Because that could have really cost them the game because they scored a touchdown right after that.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And then Davante Adams, like you said,
he was
really stepping up.
He was balling.
And the last drive of the game for the Rams, I'm like, dude, do anything to find Davante Adams. Even if you let them know you're looking for Davante Adams, just keep trying to give him the ball because that last throw in the end zone, the Seattle player, I can't remember who it was right in front of the tight end and broke it up. Or did he intercept it?
I think
he just broke it up.
No, he intercepted it.
Yeah, he intercepted it. And
no, he dropped.
I think he just broke it up, right?
No. It looked like he caught it. No, he dropped it.
Yeah. But, I mean, that was the game there because then Rams just could not stop them on defense.
Could not.
So that last drive, we saw that Cooper Kupp catch where it ended up being first down, but the ball dropped, right? But they gave it to him. They said it was a catch. They said he was already down, then the ball came out. Do you think that was a reception?
Hey, now see, when I saw that, right? When I saw that happen, how can you call that a catch and not call the Brandon Cooks one a catch? I was absolutely, bro. Like, I was around my living room. I'm like, bro, how do you call that a catch?
It's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing.
It's the same
thing.
Right
when it was playing, I grabbed my tablet because I had some people over there watching it. I pulled up that same play. I was like, what's the difference?
Yep.
Nobody can point to me and tell me what the difference is. I mean, now granted, we've been blessed.
The ground and the ball comes out, right?
We've been blessed with some great football this playoffs. Definitely. Amazing football. I'm bro. Shout out to everybody and all the teams in the playoffs, all the players in the playoffs. This has been absolutely incredible. Been one of the best postseasons that I've been able to watch in a very long time. You know what I mean? I'm talking like this is like 2014 Ravens run, like the 2010 Giants run.
I can't think of any full playoffs where all these games
like
were
the
good
whole
like
for all
this.
teams. Yeah, it's been I can't. It's hard for me to.
We've only had 2 or 3 games that weren't good.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's because of weather. And I think the weather.
Well, one was because of 49ers.
Injuries and weather. Injuries and weather are the only thing that has caused us to have bad games.
But even that Denver game, which we'll get into, I mean, it was still a good game.
Good game.
Still a good game with the weather.
Yeah.
Issues.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fucking balls thrown into the dirt. A lot of balls just skipping across the ground. But still an entertaining game. But man, and I think I seen Matt is retiring. Stafford's retiring.
No.
I think he's not.
I didn't.
I've seen a couple posts that said he was retiring. Matt, please, bro.
See, and you got to watch out for.
Please, bro. You got a lot left, bro. You got a lot left.
I think he would have retired if he would have won the Super Bowl. But I think left, with that team,
let's go. We need one more.
He said it'll take time.
As long as Detroit don't get it, of course. As long as Detroit's not in again, not in the Super Bowl, we not going. Matt, we need Matt in there. We need Matt Stafford in there.
Yeah, I think he comes back. Obviously, you don't make that decision the week afterwards, especially being that age. You want to go home,
out, relax,
talk to the family, talk to the wife, hang out a little bit, and see if you still have it. See if you still want to go through training camp again and all that. But I think with the Rams, they're not losing anybody. They have weapons. He has people to throw to. When you have Puka and Devontae Adams and the tight ends they have.
It's fun football for you, bro. It's still a lot of fun football
and still have a really good defense. You could be right back there.
Right back.
So I don't see him retiring.
Yeah.
I think he would have retired if he would have won.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not.
And Denver and Patriots, once again, two quarterbacks that we weren't really expecting to see in the playoffs. I doubt anybody picked these two matchups to be in the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year.
I could see a few people were big on the Seahawks,
but nobody was. I mean, New England won 4 games last year.
New England, no, not definitely.
And they did a total flip.
New England's been the surprise of the. Yeah, you got to give them the surprise of the year because they went to the Super Bowl, but. Them and I say Carolina. Yeah, I was gonna say Carolina. Carolina's was a huge surprise.
Yeah, because there was people picking Carolina to win 3 games.
Yeah, but with they were getting their ass whooped at the beginning.
Yeah, they weren't doing
good. They picked it up towards the end of the season.
They looked like they were going to be one of the worst teams in the league.
So you gotta definitely shout out to them. But this the game wasn't that eventful. Good defenses. It was just a good defensive game. For the most part,
bro, that was the most unintense fourth quarter I've ever seen in a football elimination game. Right
for the Super Bowl,
any elimination game, at all. That was the most they just didn't have any intensity. And I know it was snowing, but the play calling was snow or not, bro.
You knew it was going to snow.
It was weak.
Yeah,
they kept trying to run the ball, and Denver's down. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
And then it ended up being a mistake by Stidham that cost him the game, throws the interception, and just done. Nothing. No excitement. Just
it wasn't any excitement because there was a double-digit lead. You know what I'm saying? It's a 2-possession lead. I mean, the defense is already the defense has kind of been the driving force on both sides. So I didn't expect much from that game. I didn't expect much from that game, except for good defense, which it was.
That's what we got.
Super Bowl.
I want to give early predictions, but not fully do picks because I want that week off to be able to think
about it
and see if anyone gets hurt in practice, anything like that. But are you excited about this matchup? Because this is the matchup I didn't want to see. These are two teams that I don't like.
Not really nothing.
But I do like Sam Darnold.
I do like Sam Darnold.
But I don't like Seattle fans at all. I don't want the Patriots to get their 7th Super Bowl. And now they're leading the whole league in Super Bowls. They passed the Steelers, the 49ers, and Dallas have 5. I don't want them to be that far ahead of us, but I don't know.
We've never even been to the Super Bowl.
I thought you went 2 years ago.
We never. Shut up.
Oh, I forgot. I stopped watching at halftime and then
worst loss in playoff history.
You think
Who was it? Biggest loss deficit in playoff history. Trivia question. What team was on the receiving end of that? Slacking. It was recent, too.
The biggest? Was it the Browns?
No, it was the 49ers.
Oh, that game.
It was the 49ers.
Yeah, they were hurt.
35 points. 36, my bad. Slacking.
Now, losing by 36 in the playoffs is worse than not making the playoffs? I'm not sure.
Both are pretty fucking bad. Both of them signify it wasn't your year.
Now, other sports can end, right? NBA season ends, and you know it's coming back soon, so it's like, okay, cool, that was fun. It'll be back. Baseball season ends, but you watched 500 games, you know, for your team plays every single day, sometimes twice a day. Football. I get sad when the regular season ends because I'm like, man, I like watching Red Zone. I like having 4 games on the TVs in here. And then the playoffs and then the Super Bowl. It's like, dude, like I get sad at the end of football season and the Super Bowl. Then when it ends, it's like we have a long time for football to start again. We get to watch the draft and be excited about that. But football doesn't start again until the end of the summer, bro.
7 months.
Like it's going to be August when we see some preseason.
Yeah.
In September when the season starts. That's a long time. And it goes by so quick. But yeah, Super Bowl. We'll give predictions next week on who we think is going to win. But are you even excited for this matchup?
Not exactly. I'm not. Just because I've seen these teams, I've watched a lot, you know, because I play fantasy, which actually next year I'm gonna do a thing where I can set up with my fantasy so I can track, so you can track it, you can see how my thing, so I can play it out along with everybody else.
I might have to play fantasy next year.
It's fun, bro. It's fun.
I haven't played in a long time because I just don't like.
I do the daily fantasy and everything, so I'm teetering with some big wins, bro. Yeah. Big wins. I'm really, really good at doing those, at putting my lineups together on DraftKings. But yeah, bro, it's a long wait, long layoff. You sad, you hate to see it, but man, whenever it comes back, bro, you can't beat that excitement, bro.
Yeah,
you can't beat that excitement. This Super Bowl, I may not be all that excited for it, but we're gonna see. Like I said, I've seen a lot of these teams play, so I kind of got the idea of kind of how it's gonna go. I'm expecting more of a slow defensive game. You know, honestly, from both. So, yeah.
But Seattle also has an explosive offense.
They have a decent offense.
And they look good without Charbonnet there. They still looked good.
I think it's going to come down to how Drake comes out. Drake can do some pretty good and amazing things. So we'll have some good play. Yeah. It'll be a good game. It'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game.
I think it's a close game. I don't think we're going to see a blowout.
Game. I think it'll be a good game. This is the biggest thing. As long as it's competitive, we get some good plays. And
if it goes any way the playoffs have gone so far, I think it might be a classic game. We might get a classic. Most of these games have went down to the last possession in the playoffs. So
even if they kind of get dry in the middle, and I mean, kind of get a little boring and kind of are dragging a little bit, they eventually turn around and they've been great games.
Yep.
Like, man, I cannot say enough how great these games have been this postseason, bro. Yeah. It's been absolutely amazing, bro.
Yep. Bill Belichick did not get first ballot Hall of Fame. He needed 40 out of 50 votes. I'm not sure who all the voters are. I think it's some of the owners. It might be all the owners. I'm not sure. Writers. I'm not sure who votes. But Bill Belichick has won 6 Super Bowls. He's definitely the best coach of the all 2000s, time. Right? Maybe one of the best coaches of all time. Other coaches won 6.
He's tied. He tied the Put it like this. The Patriots didn't have any Super Bowls before Bill and Belichick. 0.
And I think they had been to 2.
They had been to 2. 0 Super Bowls. When this man leaves, when he left, the top franchise that had the most Super Bowls, he single-handedly tied them in his time, in his tenure. In his tenure, he won as many Super Bowls as any franchise has won. And that's not first ballot Hall of Fame.
That's wild.
That's not first ballot Hall of Fame.
Bro, I was shocked when I saw that pop up this morning.
There are very few players.
That doesn't make any sense.
There are very few players or people that throughout this game that are first ballot, that should hands down be first ballot Hall of Fame. Bill Belichick is definitely one of those people. His general, Tom Brady, is the next one. Peyton Manning.
Which Peyton was.
Adrian Peterson. Ray Lewis. Ed Reed.
I mean, there's a lot of people up there that have been for
there's a few out there.
Right?
There's a few. But like,
how many
bro,
coaches have been, and how many coaches have been this good to even be able to be a first ballot?
Name a first ballot Hall of Fame coach.
This has to be political, bro. It has to be some feelings. I don't know. Robert Kraft has a lot of pull with the voters or what, and maybe he just didn't want him to get.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
That doesn't.
I don't know. They had
animosity.
So why would he do
that?
They had animosity the last few years.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't benefit him to do that. That makes. I mean, you get what I'm saying? That kind of shits on your team's success. So I don't think that benefits him.
That's true.
I don't think that benefits him. Bro, who's the first whose name? What was John Madden the first ballot Hall of Fame coach? Look up first ballot Hall of Fame coaches.
That's what I'm looking up. Only 3 coaches in the first year of eligibility. Don Shula, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Chuck Noll, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Tom Landry, one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Bill Belichick is a better. I put Bill Belichick above all of them.
At least 2 of them.
No. I put Bill Belichick above
Shula, but definitely Tom Landry, and definitely Chuck Noll.
Shula was the guy for the.
Chuck
49ers.
Shula was the Dolphins. Yeah.
Even him, Dan Marino's coach, right?
Yeah. Chuck Noll, he won 4 Super Bowls with Pittsburgh. So you definitely first ballot Hall of Fame worthy. But if Chuck Noll won.
I'm not saying they're not. No, I'm not saying they're not first ballot Hall of Fame.
If Chuck Noll.
If they won.
If Chuck Noll got first ballot Hall of Fame winning 4 Super Bowls.
Should definitely.
Then a coach that won 6 should get first ballot Hall of Fame.
Are they holding it against
Landry
them?
Had 2.
That's
and Don Shula didn't have any Super Bowls, I don't think. He was just the all-time winningest NFL
the Dolphins
coach.
Never won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? If I think that one thing that I could see people say is the fact that Tom Brady left and won another Super Bowl and Bill Belichick never had another winning season.
But it doesn't matter. He did enough.
He never had another winning season without Tom Brady.
But you did enough
to
do it before he still won 6. I don't care if you won it with that dude.
Yeah.
That's like saying Kobe didn't win it without Phil Jackson, so he's not a Hall of Famer. I mean, it's just when you start getting into that, it doesn't matter how you it shouldn't penalize you. If you would have retired when Tom Brady got traded or left and signed with the Bucks, you would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So how do you subtract that? You know what I'm saying? By having bad seasons, all of a sudden, like, wait, now you're not. To me, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I don't understand it. He's the most winning coach of all time. Like, regardless of if he didn't, maybe not the most games won, but it don't matter. Nobody cares how many games you win in a season if you win a Super Bowl. Nobody cares if you were 9-7, if you were 8-8. Shit, if you were fucking 8-9. If you go to the Super Bowl and you win the Super Bowl, nobody cares. Nobody has done that more than Bill Belichick has. I can't remember. Like, they literally lived in the AFC Championship.
I'm reading some stuff right now, and it said that some anonymous voters, because there's voters, but they don't have to give like who they vote, if they voted or not. They claim that they left him out because of Deflategate and Spygate. But that makes a little more sense. So now there are voters.
Fuck that. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. If you're not Bill.
If that's your team they're playing against, and they've cheated to win some games and maybe even win a Super Bowl.
Furious.
And not just accused, but like it was. They got penalized for it.
Bro, Tom Brady is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He will be.
He will be. He was a part of those.
For me, that doesn't change it.
But hold on.
For me, that doesn't change it because you still want it. But I see why. Like that makes more sense.
That plus
some
the fact
people
that
might
Tom
be mad
won
over
without plus that and plus the fact Tom won somewhere else too. First year.
And maybe they just don't want his little girlfriend at the ceremony.
Quit hating, bro. Hey, man, y'all quit hating, bro.
I'm going to tell you, dog, I'm going to be dating girls that age when I'm his age.
You goddamn right. You're damn right.
Can't hate on that.
Proud of you, Bill.
Yeah, I can't hate on that. So, yeah, that's the only reason that you could even say is that. But
speaking of things not getting you anywhere, I thought I sent you that clip. So last week, right? I was at Tough Enough. It was a great week to be out here in Vegas. We had Tough Enough, Zuffa Boxing debuted. We had UFC.
Did you go to Zuffa?
324. I did not. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of ended up not going. But great week. So we're at the Tough Enough fights. There's a fight going on. Like, it was a regional scene, lower level guys and things like that. This guy's hugging this dude up against the cage, like a snooze fest.
Yeah.
He's winning, but it's a snooze fest, right? Nobody's really paying attention for real to the fight just because it was kind of boring. Guy after the fight gets the mic.
All right, let's just play it.
And does this.
Hey, Sean Shelby, Hunter Campbell, and who's the third musketeer? The bald guy, kind of looks like a bloated Mr. Clean. What's his name? Dino? Dana White. Better wake up, motherfuckers. Next big thing is here, so get your checkbook ready. Let's make some money. I'm out of here. Hey, Sean.
And he says this. Now, mind you, Dana was there. Dana was there. Dana was live. Dana, Hunter, the whole crew, all the guys, they were there. Bro, right when he said it, I'm like, bro, you might as well just go ahead, go put the fries in the bag, bro. You're not going to get signed. You're not going to get signed. The fight, first of all, was not entertaining. It was a boring fight. You won by decision. We went to a decision and you won by a decision. An uneventful decision. That guy didn't go home and take no Tylenol or nothing from this fight, right? And you go on and you say that, you insult the dude who holds the keys to your dream. How is that smart? How is that smart? Like the dude, and then even though he just don't sound smart, like really, like all that smart to begin with. But come on, bro. Like you insult you.
That's ridiculous because Tough Enough is basically like a minor league for UFC. And a lot of them are there. One of the people from UFC is always a Tough Enough. And you're basically going to try to dog the boss of your future if you're trying to be a fighter. Dana said on this post, worst fight of the night, stunk the place up with his performance, and then talks like he put on fight of the night. The fight after his was a woman's fight that made his fight look even shittier. And yeah,
bro. And before I was telling, like, right after he said it, when I was sitting there and I heard him say this, I was like, he's never going to get signed. He's never going to get signed.
And if he thought he was trying to be funny and like, let me mention the names and that will make them, but this isn't a comedy roast.
This isn't a comedy roast. He's looking for dudes that are going to be able to come on and represent his company. And you already shown him you're willing to disrespect them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which cool. Say what you want to say or something. But at least, bro, you got to be a showstopper or somebody that he absolutely can't not have.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you would have to be like the hottest free agent to say some shit like this and for somebody to come and sign you.
Bro, it might get to the point where tough enough because, they work very well under UFC.
Yeah.
Might kick him out of tough enough.
Well, I hear he's like on like an 8-fight winning streak. So he's not a...
He's a good fighter.
So he's winning. He's winning. He's doing good. That performance could have been the one-off that was just ass because they was fucking trash, just to be honest with you. But still, though, you doing all this work on an 8-fight streak winning on a good run. Why would you do this, bro? Why would you do this? Think about if you owned a company. Somebody came up to you talking like that. You gonna let them in on your bread? You gonna come change their life? It's weird, bro. It's weird.
And there's a lot of UFC people. I mean,
weird.
Fighters in the building and watching this, right?
And we're only reviewing this. I'm reviewing it. I wanted to review this just so you know, young fighters, young dudes, don't do this. Don't do this, bro. Show some respect. Show some humility. You know what I mean? Come work your ass off, put on your show, do your thing, and you can talk your shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But disrespecting the man that holds the keys to your shit is the dumbest shit ever. There's a difference between popping your shit and being disrespectful. That was just blatantly disrespectful.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yo, he definitely out of here. He's definitely out of there. Yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, War Council tomorrow. Make sure you check it out. Tune in. And anything else before we bounce?
Nah, man, just that. We're going to be back to break down. We're going to give an in-depth breakdown on the Super Bowl. I'm going to bring in some of my guys, my guys that played in the league, plays football, have a good conversation. Bring a good conversation, good topic, have some fun. We like talking sports. Hopefully y'all like talking sports. Leave us some comments about what y'all think, how this postseason has gone. UFC 324, any thoughts or comments on that? Drop them down below in the comments. And we're going to tap in with y'all.
Yeah. Peace.